When we hear the words Christian habits, siguro inisip natin agad yung mga essential disciplines such as reading the Bible, praying every day, having fellowship with one another, and so on. But in the next two videos, I'll be suggesting 10 other important habits that every Filipino Christian should have if they want to be more effective this year. Hey, my name is Keith and welcome to the Christian Pinoy Layman, where we discuss Christian truths in simple language. Sa video na ito, we will start with the first 5 habits. Number 5 is very important, so make sure you stick till the end. Habit number 1, request for feedback and accept correction from others. Ginagawa to ng mga big corporations para mag-boost yung performance nila and to improve their relationship with their clients and employees. Pareho lang yan sa buhay Kristiyano. Doing this can help us in 2 ways. First, this can improve our spiritual performance. We ask for feedback so that we can be more like Christ and love God better. Pwede tayo humingi ng feedback about our actions, behaviors, and attitudes para malaman natin kung talagang nagiging Christ-like tayo. Proverbs 27:17 says, "As iron sharpens iron, so shall one person sharpen another." Secondly, this can help improve relationships with one another. The Bible gives importance to relationships. We ask for feedback so that we can love others better. Communication is key in every relationship. We can ask our family or loved ones or fellow Christians whether or not we are treating them rightly or lovingly. Now, I know that some folks, including us Filipinos, may not be comfortable with this type of confrontation. But trust me, making it a habit to proactively request for feedback can have amazing results. Next is habit number 2. Make it a habit to practice critical thinking in church. This is a big one. Now, I think many Filipinos are very respectful and submissive when it comes to leadership and authority in church. They obey their leaders and accept the things they say. Pwede ito maging beneficial since God appointed them to lead the church. Obeying them and accepting what they say can help lead you toward Christ. Pero, pwede rin siyang maging dangerous if done improperly or unwisely, especially if we just blindly follow everything that's being said just because someone has great charisma or because they have a high position. Hindi ko sinasabi na hindi na dapat natin sila pakinggan. What I'm saying is to practice critical thinking and use wisdom to know if what they're teaching us or asking us to do is biblical or not. If we don't deeply think about what people say, we might be led astray. So, what's one way to practice critical thinking? That leads us to habit number 3. Make it a habit to ask curious questions. Asking questions plays an important role in critical thinking. It should be encouraged at church. Ask questions about the sermons. Ask questions kung saan ka nahihirapan sa isang Bible verse. Ask questions kung may nakikita kang possible issues or concerns. Now, hindi ko sure kung dahil lang to sa Filipino culture, but there are times when asking questions is being viewed as being rebellious. But I don't think that should be the case. In fact, asking questions should even be a sign that someone is really interested and is sincerely seeking truth. Now, walang guarantee na masasagot lahat ng questions mo agad, but at least you are thinking. Now, I'm going to put in the description below 2 important caveats when asking questions to your leaders. Importante to, so please make sure to check it out later. Habit number 4. This year, make it a habit to be more thorough sa devotions mo. It's one thing to study the Bible. It's another thing to properly study the Bible. Hindi dapat tayo nagmamadali para gumawa ng conclusions or i-apply ang Bible verse. We should make it a habit to first do a proper and careful study. Hindi lang pwedeng isi-spiritualize natin lahat o kaya pipilitin natin ang gusto nating interpretation sa Bible kasi nagmamadali tayo o kaya tinatamad tayo. This is why it's important to have proper methodology when we study the Bible. It doesn't have to be complex. We can start by learning the background of the book, o kaya studying the context of a verse. Practice critical thinking by asking questions. Now, there are a lot more, but these things should be automatic. These should be habits for us Christians. You can check out my other videos about Bible study tips. I'll put the link in the description below. Before we go to the next habit, I would appreciate if you would hit the like and subscribe button so that this YouTube channel will grow and reach other people. Habit number 5. This year, always make it a habit to bring God into your conversations. Yes, I believe that there is a time for everything. And maybe not every single conversation can be a conversation solely about God. But the important thing here is to let your conversations be intentional and purposeful. Which means if you find an opening, lead the conversation to Jesus. If you don't, at least plant a seed for future conversations. It can be in the form of a question. It can be in the form of a one-liner expression katulad ng mabuti ang Diyos, mabait ang Diyos. You don't have to quote 100 verses to get to God. You can talk about your trials. You can talk about your blessings or the things that you're thankful about first. And you will notice that some conversations will organically lead to God. And that's the time when you share all the verses and all the things that you need to say. Colossians 4:6 says, "Let your conversations be always full of grace, seasoned with salt, so that you will know how to answer everyone." Now, those were the 5 out of 10 habits that we should have this year. In video number 2, I'll share with you the next 5 habits that every Filipino Christian should have this year. Habit number 6 is one of my favorites, so stay tuned. Comment down below and share which habit you're already doing and which one you'll start doing this year. Like this video if this was helpful, and make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell to know when the next video comes out. Once the video is up, you'll see it right here.